Hey there, welcome back. Now, we talked about the three proven ways to attract prospects and how important specificity around problems and desires is in your messaging. Well, the requirement around specificity is actually no different when it comes to building influence because you're here to speak to the problems of your target market, but now they're part of your following or your community or your audience or your list or your new warm market, whatever you want to call it. But when building influence, just remember that this is a continuation of the relationship that began when you did attract them. And it's an opportunity to actually take things to the next level. The thing you have to remember is that at this point of the transition, you already do have influence, but it's fragile and you can easily undo the work you did to earn their curiosity and interest. Does this mean you can't make an offer to them right away? It may or may not. After all, when you subscribe to this digital recruiting bootcamp video series, you probably immediately saw an opportunity to invest in the attraction marketing formula course, which is for those that are ready to move into action. That's who it's for. And it's there for them to invest more deeply in themselves. But whether or not that was you, it doesn't matter. You're still here reading and watching this training, which I appreciate. And I'm honored that I get the opportunity to serve you. And even though we made an offer, we immediately followed up with value and content. And if you haven't yet invested with us, it's okay. It simply means you'd like to learn more about how we can help you before you take that next step with us. Ultimately, that's what building influence is, demonstrating to people that you can help them by actually helping them. Demonstrating to people that you can help them by actually helping them is also leadership. People follow leaders who are in a position to improve their lives. That means in a position to help them solve problems. Think of any politician you ever liked and whom you voted for. Why did you vote for him or her? Because you thought he or she could make the world you live in a little better and deal with some problems. Think of all the different people of influence you follow. Why do you follow them and listen to them? Because they're probably sharing information and offering products that you believe may actually help solve some of the problems in your life or your business. Your job at this stage of the game is to provide content or information that is insightful, actionable, and motivational, and even useful. Improve someone's life, and even in a small way, they will grow to know, like, and trust you. More importantly, in the context of network marketing, they view you as an authority or an expert whose recommendations they will trust in. You only need to know a little bit more than your prospects currently do, but you also need to commit to increasing your value by investing in your skill set and in your knowledge so that the pool of people you can help gets bigger and your ability to influence them also grows as well. That's how we can help. And hopefully, you've gotten value from this training. If I've earned your trust and you even view me as someone that can help you as it relates to this subject matter, even just a little bit, I'm honored and humbled that you're still reading and watching this. Truly, my intention is to provide you with insight and understanding around your situation, which will motivate you to consider working more closely with us here at Attraction Marketing, as hundreds of thousands of networkers have done before you. Now, for some of you, the urgent need and desire will arise to want to work directly with me and my team as soon as possible. For others, you're good at observing from afar with caution, as you might not be in a hurry to build your business to any significant level anytime soon, but you're still here and intrigued. In either case, I'm glad you're here. This is the influence stage. The timing for when somebody is ready to take that next step with you will be different for everybody. The more you focus on adding value, the more frequently the timing will be right for your perfect prospect to take that next step, i.e., buying or joining you. There are only three ways to build influence in an actionable way. What are they? Well, you guessed it: active, leveraged, and automated. With active influence, you're continuing to socially engage with your audience or your followers, which is an investment in your time to build that relationship. If you're on social media, this is through commenting, messenger conversations, calls, even video chats. What do you do during these engagements? Simple: be curious, ask questions, lots of questions, make them feel like the most important or interesting person in the world, because at that point in time, they should be. You want to see if they are somebody you are in a position to help. When connecting with people in your target market, the likelihood is high that you can actually help them, but don't make any assumptions and actually ask them questions to understand their problems and desired outcomes more deeply. Then share free value, free insight, and yes, even free solutions that can actually help them. Your paid solution will likely be always the best option, but see how you can help them today and lead by making recommendations. However, if you're new to attraction marketing and have been brainwashed by your upline to prospect everyone with a pulse and get them to a meeting or a three-way or get them into a prospecting Facebook group, then you probably want to focus on giving first to balance your karma and create the habit of service. Deprogramming yourself from constantly thinking about what to say to your prospect to get them to a presentation about your product or opportunity is actually a great first step. If you're afflicted with this type of toxic programming, as I once was, that's actually what you need to do. As my mentor, Mike Dillard, says, give without want before you can have. All right, now we're going to talk about leverage influence. The next way to build influence is something that is first earned through active attraction and active influence building. Content marketing isn't just for attraction. Content that is shared to your audience as a group is leveraged influence. Like when I do a Facebook Live, a bunch of people show up live and a bunch of others watch the replay. And that is a leverage way for me to build influence by adding value. Reels, TikToks, written posts, YouTube videos, blog posts, etc., can also be used to build influence. I do it once, but many people are going to see it now or later. Initially, your audience won't be big or even non existent. That's okay. This is an opportunity for you to practice. Over time, if you are consistent and organized, your active attraction and influence building through your content will build into more leverage. So, what you do today will matter tomorrow. If you stop creating content and adding value, or if you're inconsistent, your influence will begin to wane. If that sounds exhausting to you, then that usually tells me there's a misalignment between your passions and your business somewhere. Any business will take daily, consistent effort, which requires passion. If you aren't enjoying yourself, it's going to be very hard to be consistent. I love attraction marketing because I enjoy looking forward to supporting my community and team every single day. But also, after doing active and leverage influence activities, it becomes exciting to learn new ways to support more and more people with an even more leverage strategy, which is also very enjoyable, especially if you're an introvert like me. And that's automated influence. Allow me to introduce you to automated influence, which is something that is built and earned. This is an automated sequence of content that you create, which every new follower of yours will see automatically. What's happening right now is an example of this. This video series is content I wrote and recorded once, but that every new subscriber gets to experience every single day. The most common way, but not the only way this is made possible, is through something called a funnel, which is a value based sales process which starts with an opt in page on which an offer for something of value is made in exchange for contact information. This email sequence you design may also include previously recorded social media content that is also shared with every new subscriber so that your past content may live on to help people in the future. And finally, this strategy also allows you to email everybody on your email list in real time to alert them about something new, which includes announcing that you're about to go live and do a training on social media and encouraging them to set aside time to attend in person and live. The leverage created here, as you can see, is pretty incredible. When I first got started with attraction marketing, I created a funnel that had a sequence of 90 days of automated, valuable content that I had produced over time, but served to build influence with tens of thousands of people thereafter. As I created new content for my current audience, I added it to that sequence for future subscribers. And that's ultimately how I overcame losing 500,000 followers on social media. During this time, I was building a social following on a network that is no longer around. That following grew to 500,000 people, and I had earned that following and their trust through engagement and sharing valuable content, i.e., I was doing active and leverage attraction and influence as I've been describing it. And I always gave my followers on social media the opportunity to join my email list, and many of them actually did. In fact, I made it worth their while to join my email list because I offered a training series that's very similar to the one you're going through right now. So when that social network went into decline and ultimately went out of business, I didn't sweat it because my most loyal and hardcore followers were on my email list and my relationships with that list continued. My ability to communicate with my warm market was not impacted because I controlled the medium through which I communicated with them. My list and my relationship with that list is and continues to be today my most valuable asset and will be your most valuable asset one day. I can't tell you how many times someone I previously have never spoken to gets to talk to me for the first time after having been in our community for a few weeks or months and says to me, "Wow, Fernie, thank you for the opportunity to speak with you. I feel like I already know you." And they are nervous when they show up to these calls and they're excited for the opportunity to speak with me. I smile every time as I'm humbled, but also grateful for the leverage these skills I've worked to develop have created for me in building relationships with people I previously have never spoken to. When was the last time a prospect was nervous and excited about speaking to you for the first time? If never, that's okay. We'll get there. I have no special human abilities that you don't. This is the magic that happens when you do attraction marketing. People don't enroll with you because you're great at closing or great at objection handling or great at follow up. They enroll with you because they believe you can help them as a result of the value you've led with and the skills they know you can impart on them. When you've built enough trust, influence, and authority to earn their business, this is what makes the invite and enrollment process effortless. To get serious about designing your influence building machine, there's much more to learn via the Attraction Marketing Formula course. Click the button below to grab your copy of the Attraction Marketing Formula. It's been read, like I said, by over 100,000 networkers who have chosen to leave old school prospecting behind and learn this skill set. As you'll see tomorrow with traditional recruiting, the enrollment process, i.e., closing, objection handling, and follow up, is the hardest part to do. But with attraction marketing, as I mentioned, enrollment is actually the easiest part. If you got value from this training, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like to get access to my free 5-day digital recruiting bootcamp, where I reveal how to attract 3 to 7 new customers and team members each week without prospecting a single person, sign up in the link in the description. You'll get access to content that's not available anywhere else. Plus, you'll receive an invitation to our private community where we deliver free weekly live training on how to leverage attraction marketing for your business. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.